Hello, my name is Shelley Rogers. Welcome to our partner spotlight hosted by TDNet and Prenax. From TDNet, we have Nir Karmi and Paul Cuomo. From Prenax, we have Keith Walsh, Dolores Denault, and Pete Prentice. Dolores, why don't you kick things off for us?
Thank you, Shelley. So I'm going to start with sharing my screen. And can you see?
Yeah, we can.
Perfect. Well, first I want to thank everyone for joining us. And I'd like to begin by giving you a brief overview for those of you who are not familiar with Prenax. We are a global procurement and information management service for subscription-based resources. We have over 30 years of experience in helping our clients manage digital and print subscriptions, memberships, and databases in the US and globally. We have an exceptional and highly trained customer service team with years of experience. Every client has an assigned customer service executive that is highly responsive and knowledgeable and saves you time by working with the publishers on your behalf to help resolve your subscription issues. We provide complete visibility across your business via Prenax Online, a user-friendly online platform customized for you and stores all of your subscriptions and details in one place and is accessible 24/7 and offers a suite of reports. We are the only agency that has an e-resources team who provides our clients with e-journal setup, activation, and maintenance to all subscribed e-journals. And in the event of an loss or access issue, they work with the publishers to get the issue resolved in a timely manner. We partnered with TDNet to offer our clients a state-of-the-art discovery and repository solution with a company that provides exceptional customer service that you have become accustomed to receiving with Prenax. And they go above and beyond to customize TDNet Discover to suit your needs and to provide you with the best Discover experience. Why Prenax? We offer better customer service. We provide a single point of contact. We can lower your overall cost. We save you time. We provide increased control. You receive fewer invoices. You can receive one consolidated invoice per month or per year. And we can integrate your e-procurement systems in most ILS systems. We can manage digital subscriptions, multi-user licenses, books and loose leaves, print subscriptions. We can help you with compliance as well as manage professional memberships. What's new at Prenax? We've recently launched a new product called LibMetrics. It's a usage analytics tool designed to help organizations perform deep analysis and report on their electronic subscription-based resources. The simple and affordable solution enables information specialists to make informed, data-driven decisions for their library collections, supported by a premium, dedicated customer service and an interactive, user-friendly platform. That's one library usage tool versus logging into multiple publisher websites to pull your usage statistics reports. So one platform for all your journals, ebooks, and databases. You can download the details into Excel, PowerPoint, or a PDF. It helps you identify areas of growth. It provides a subscription upload tool so that you can actually upload external subscriptions not currently managed by Prenax. It offers historical expenditure data, a complete service. Prenax is a sustainable supplier, and LibMetrics can integrate with Prenax Online, and Prenax harvests, monitors, and maintains all sushi connections. Thank you for taking the time to attend our Prenax and TDNet Partner Spotlight webinar. If you'd like to schedule a demo, you can either reach out to myself or Keith. Our contact details are listed here. And now I will turn it over to Nir.
Hey, thanks. Thank you, Dolores, and thank you all for joining us. I will try to share my screen. Okay, So my name is Nir Karmi. I'm VP Product with TDNet, and I will, for those who are not familiar with TDNet, I will be talking a bit about what we do. And I will also go over a brief demonstration of our flagship product, TDNet Discover, which can now also include our new repository service, TDNet DataSphere. So, as a company, we offer a software solution that aim to simplify the discovery and access to library resources and information centers. We serve customers across the world, many of which are in the US, but also in other territories as well. We have offices in the US and in Europe and Israel. And our customers base include libraries and information centers across different verticals, such as healthcare organization, corporation, academic institution, government research departments, and more. There are three main elements to our services. One is a library portal, which is basically a website building tool for your library. You can use it to easily design, create and manage your library website or information center website without really needing any technical expertise, coding, or involvement of IT. The portal is powered by a built-in discovery search tool. We maintain a central index that includes hundreds of millions of resources for many different publisher, content providers, and aggregators that we have forged relationships with. And this tool enables your user to easily search across all of these resources from one place. And in addition, via our partnership with Open Athens, we offer a remote access single sign-in solution to content resources. So users can easily access all of those resources while they are off-site, utilizing just one set of login credentials. And if your institution has a user directory, we can also connect with that. So your users can just utilize their network credentials to access all of your resources. So a couple of words about our partnership with Prenax. We have recently partnered with Prenax with the aim to offer institutions a unified solution for information discovery and management. And this partnership offers customers the benefit of streamlining their operations and efficiency by having all of these services, including the discovery and subscription and information management, basically under one umbrella that also simplify, of course, the administration. And really our aim is to help libraries to make the resources easily accessible and for the users to find and access those resources. Via this partnership, we offer combined consultancy and support services to our customers to ensure they make the most of the solution and basically also address any requirements that they might have. So our flagship product that I will go over in a minute and in a live demo is called TDNet Discover. And we like to look at it as a 5-in-1 solution, which includes, of course, the search and the library portal that I've mentioned. We also have an integrated open URL link resolver that address the customer needs in terms of linking to your subscribed resources. We also offer a catalog functionality, and we've recently added a new tool that can be, it's an optional module that can be added to your TDNet package, which is called TDNet DataSphere, which is our institutional repository solution. So I will now move to a live demo for our platform. So I will reshare my screen. Okay, I hope you can all see my screen. So this is an example of how the TDNet Discover platform might look like. I created this demo environment for the webinar. And what's really nice about our platform that it can be easily managed without any technical expertise. So it was designed to use by librarians and information professionals. So they could easily create their library website and build this unified gateway to all of the library resources and services. And what you see here, this website includes different widgets that can be created via the admin panel. So we offer a rich gallery of built-in widgets, so you can just select a widget from a menu, configure the settings, and with a drag and drop interface, select the location. All of the widgets that we have created, the built-in widgets, are designed to simplify library workflows and feature library content. You can also add custom widgets with our rich content editor and via custom CSS. So there's a lot of room of flexibility. And if you have a subscription to one of our advanced packages, you also can create, in addition to the homepage, additional content pages that might be focused on different practice area, materials, or user groups. In this example, for example, I created the different content pages for different libraries, but let's say I want to access one of these additional content pages. So this is a content page of a medical library page where I included some features that are more geared towards the use of clinicians and medical professionals, just as the ability to search on external search bars directly from the portal that might be relevant for their practice area, to be able to do a PICO search for clinicians, highlight the relevant resources. You can also have the option to integrate RSS feeds to highlight content from third-party resources and more. So back to the main page and some of the features that I've included here. So you can feature a lot of content via this widget, which we call it an accordion widget, which aim to show a lot of content or links or whatever you want to make available using limited screen space. So with this drop-down menu, you can feature links or content or whatever you want to different types of resources. You can feature selected journals or books or other items that your library offer. You can highlight the popular articles accessed by your users. Each user can also have their own personal area within TDNet Discover, where they can manage their favorite items, they can set up alerts and more, and they can also see their favorite and saved items just when they access the home page. Another nice tool to interact with your library users is via forms. So make library services more accessible. For example, you can add with our platform a literature search request form that your users can use, or contact us form. You can also integrate a chat box. So there are many tools and features available to interact with your users. And the discovery search box. So in this tabbed widget, you see that the search functions that I've included in this portal, which include the discovery search box that I will go over in a minute, the catalog, the search across your titles, and also the citation matcher, where you can use to access specific articles with DOI or PubMed ID. And I also included the data sphere repository search books that I will show in a minute or two. So the discovery search box, basically this will search across our central index that includes a vast amount of resources that are available for your users. It will include your subscribed resources and beyond. You can do a simple search or advanced search. For the sake of time, I will do in this case a simple search. So this is the main results panel, and this result panel can also be customizable by your institution to meet your needs. Some of the features that I've highlighted in this page, you can show results from your library catalog. You have this knowledge graph here that includes summary information related to your query. We've partnered with different content providers to create this knowledge graph. If you are subscribed to the TDNet Discovery, TDNet DataSphere tool, you can show results from your repository on the results panel, as well as from other selected resources and databases. This is really fully customizable by you. And additional features that can be useful for your users, so they can filter results only to full text or only to your subscribed content or open access, as well as utilizing other facets and filters. They can see immediately here if the item has been peer reviewed, if it's an open access publication, if they have access to the full text or not. If they have access to the full text, they will see review full text. If you have also a subscription to a rights management tool or document delivery provider, we can integrate with this tool so user can easily check their usage rights or order articles directly from the TDNet interface. If full text is not available, users will see a different indication. For example, here a request item. In this case, they can still see the abstract of the item. But when I will click on this button here, basically the user will be taken to the document delivery workflow that you set up on your TDNet Discover platform. So if you have, for example, a subscription or some kind of a relationship with a ILL provider or document delivery provider, we can integrate with these providers so users can easily order the article from this interface. Or alternatively, users can just submit a document delivery form that you can create with our system. The citation information of the article will be automatically populated into the form. You can create which fields the user will need to fill up, and then they can submit the request. Another nice feature that is available and that is optional is to create an intermediate screen before users get to the full text. So it's entirely up to you if you want users to get directly to the full text or go through this intermediate screen. In this demo screen, in this demo page, I created this intermediate screen that includes enhanced information about the article metadata, which article this article cited. You can also add to the screen a widget showing related articles and tools for users to easily export and manage their citations, so they can export this item in the desired format to the reference manager they are working with. So also this screen is fully customizable to provide you the flexibility you need. So this is in a nutshell TDNet Discover, the 4 elements that are built in. Now I wanted also to do a brief overview of our new repository solution, TDNet DataSphere. So basically our goal in developing TDNet DataSphere was to enable customers to centralize access to the knowledge that is unique to their institution. So whether you want to showcase the organizational research output, or some internal resources or other type of information resources that you want to have accessible for your users that are specific to your institution, you can use TDNet DataSphere to easily catalog, manage, and make them searchable. You can add the TDNet DataSphere directly on the home page, the TDNet Discovery search mode directly on the home page. Or alternatively, you can also here, for example, create a homepage that will be basically devoted to your institutional repository, so showcasing features and content that are relevant to your users. You can create as many repositories as you wish. So for example, you can have an institutional repository, but you can also have additional sub-repositories focusing on different content and materials. So if I go back to the main page, searching across the repository is very simple. You can either do it by keyword, by letter, or just search all records. And you can go over and see the records. The interface is pretty similar to the discovery interface that I just showed. So it's also easy for your users, no need to train them on a new interface. They can just use the interface they are accustomed to if you are subscribed to both services. You can, in this demo repository, I included different types of records such as videos, reports, and whatnot. As a feature, of course, we provide a fully and very secured cloud hosting, so you can basically load any types of records, whether these are PDF, documents, multimedia files. We really support everything that you want to host in your repository. So if I will do, let's say, a search to show you how accessing a record can look like. So for example, this is an article that I load to the repository. So if you host with us the file itself, we can show the user the full text directly from here utilizing this PDF viewer. You can still see the details and the metadata of the item under the tab details. Some of the features that I added to this page, it's also entirely up to you what to add, is showing items that have the same subject to the item being viewed, and items that have been recently added to the repository. So that really gives you a lot of flexibility what to include and what to show to your users in terms of content. Lastly, I want to show you how you can just how easy it is to add records to the repository. And of course, I need to do a two-factor authentication. Sorry. Okay, so from the admin panel, you can go to records. And just if you want to add a record to your repository, very easy. If you know the DOI or PubMed ID, you can put them here. And in that case, we will extract automatically all the metadata without you needing to do any manual cataloging. So for example, here you see how we extract the subjects, the abstract, the authors. We added a link to the resource, and you can also from here select the security permission. So we know there are customers that perhaps want to even to make the repository public so they can showcase their research output, where other customers might want to restrict access to repository records even within their organization. So you can easily accomplish from here setting up your security permissions both at the document level and at the repository level. Other item type, of course, we support many different item types. So let's say it's not a scholarly resources that has a PubMed or a DOI or other identifier. Let's say you want to just add a video, it's very easy. We provide pre-built metadata forms, but you can also customize and create your own metadata templates to meet your specific needs. So for example, if I want to add a video, okay, this is an item that I will need to manually catalog. So I will go over the different tabs. I can add here the file, the security permission, and then I could publish it. We can also offer batch upload capability. So if you would like to batch upload and multiply numerous records, or so to save time and effort, that can be, of course, easily done. So thanks very much. I will now hand it over to Paul and Allen.
Okay, thank you so much. I am going to now share my screen, and we're going to have a great conversation with the one and only Helen-Ann Epstein. So welcome, everyone. Today we have with us Helen-Ann Epstein. She's a renowned informationist and clinical librarian. And throughout her career, she has done reference, instruction, marketing, strategic planning, evidence-based practice models, research systematic reviews, and she supervised staff. And the goal here is to really have a conversation with Helen-Ann and discuss her background, what she does on a daily basis, and also her relationships with TDNet and the services that we provide for her. So thank you for joining us, Helen-Ann.
My pleasure.
Awesome, awesome. So Helen-Ann, why don't you give the audience, I know a lot of them probably know a lot about you, but why don't you give the audience
secrets?
those who don't,
Secrets.
those who don't, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself?
Sure. Welcome to my buddies that we have been together for a long time. For my new friends, I'm glad that you're along as well. I woke up this morning to realize that I have been in this business for 50 years. Yes, I started when I was 6. I have always wanted to be a health sciences librarian. In my prior life, I taught phys ed and health, and it just made a good transition to move to the library. My mother was a media specialist in a junior high. I wanted to be a librarian by osmosis. And yes, Paul has outlined what I have done in my career. I think I've saved my best job for last. I am now the informationist at Virtual Health. We are a 5 hospital health system in South Jersey. I am a solo informationist and have a digital library that Paul has helped me create, and now a new repository that Paul has helped me create, so that I can spend my time rounding and being on all kinds of committees and all kinds of councils to make and bring the library wherever the library and information is needed.
Awesome.
I think that sort of sums it up.
Awesome, awesome. And I guess to give everyone an idea of maybe your main functions and your day-to-day, could you kind of go over what your main functions are at your institution in the library?
Sure. So as I said, I am the solo librarian here.
Okay.
And I do manage the library. It's totally digital. So every morning I am rounding in one of the hospitals, listening for information needs, perceiving information needs, and then I return to my space, answer reference questions and inquiries that have come in, and also pull some articles and push them to the people that I had spent time with in the morning. We are now looking to expand our patient education offerings here at Virtua, and so watch for that. I'm very excited about possibility of putting some further patient education materials and services to our patients and their families.
Cool.
I do spend time on hospital-wide committees, hospital-wide councils, like the Nursing Research Council, the CE Committee, the Bioethics Committee. I spend a decent amount of time watching competitive intelligence, marketing, what's going on in the world, and being sure that our administration is up to the moment also for their competitive advantage.
Awesome. Awesome. Good to know. Can you talk to us a bit about your library users and how they utilize the library? I'm sure that that's changed over the years, so love to get a little background information on that.
Well, the library is totally digital. People can get to it wherever they are. We are a community health system, lots of nurses, lots of support staff. We now have an expanded residency program. And so everybody uses the library. The library supports everybody.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
We have
Awesome.
I have 14,000 customers.
Wow. Wow. That's some job you have. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I guess, you've been a client of ours for a long time, and I guess I wanted to kind of know if you can walk through that and tell us, because you are a TDNet Discovery Search Tool customer, how tell us how that came about, how it supports the research needs for you and for your patrons. Love to know that.
Well, I inherited TDNet when I came on board at Virtua, and I was not disappointed about what it could do for me, and mostly the customer service. Those of you who know me, I am not techie at all. I can't troubleshoot. I get into trouble very quickly. And it was easy for me to see that TDNet was, the link resolver especially, was going to work. Paul worked with me on our discovery tool. I was very skeptical. People use Google. They throw words in the box. They get too many retrievals. Don't know what to do with them. And I felt the discovery box was going to be the same way. However, Paul and I worked very conscientiously together. We really streamline my discovery box so that people get much fewer citations. They are our citations, and easily there to get to the full text, and if not, to the interlibrary loan request. It really works smoothly. And then recently we added BMG evidence inside of the discovery retrieval. We added the TRIP database retrieval inside of it as well. And so we have made our discovery box a little bit bigger, the retrieval's a little bit larger, but it is still much, much better than a Google search. I encourage everybody to start in the discovery box, have a sense of what's out there. They might find the perfect article and they're done, or a couple of good ones to get them started and on their way. And so I'm very happy with the discovery box. I use it. It works for me. I know it works for my customers as well.
Awesome. Awesome. One of my favorite sayings when I speak to librarians, once you've been to one library, you've been to one library. Everyone really works differently. So I know with you, we had to kind of customize, do a little bit of customization and whatnot. I know you briefly went over that, but can you talk about kind of some of the ways that we customize? I know you talked about it briefly here, and how it kind of met your specific needs.
Yeah, I just didn't want to have 10,000 retrieval. I just
Yeah.
like did not want that. And so we did link it just to our stuff. And so it's a much more reasonable retrieval. And as I said, we now expanded a little bit to TRIP because I'm a big TRIP fan, giving it a more evidence-based global appeal. And so there we are. And I'm excited to hear now that I want to put our repository stuff showing up in the discovery box as well. Our repository is growing, and to highlight self-grown research that has happened here. Absolutely. And so that's that's kind of where the discovery box is. As I said, I encourage people to start there instead of in Google, or even Google Scholar. I want it to be, just a more precise, reasonable amount retrieval for them to explore.
Got it. Got it. You've mentioned support. I know that's that's big for you. Can you talk or tell the audience about the support you received at TDNet and how we've helped you out?
Sure. So as I said, I inherited TDNet when I came on board. Rob Mackey's was still working for TDNet. Rob held my hand, made everything work smoothly, and and when there was difficulty, I didn't have to scream too loudly for help. I have met the people from Israel and have been very, have worked very closely with them for the best price for us and the best ways for us to work. Paul is now my rep. He holds my hand, and we have a terrific working relationship.
Awesome. Awesome. I have to agree with that. So you mentioned during the intro that you recently subscribed to the TDNet DataSphere repository as your solution for the authors in your institution. What was the key factors that led you to choose us as your primary solution for the repository?
Well, I it was great that it was a TDNet thing and that we could just add it to our homepage without much difficulty and link everything together. I will say it was a reasonable price. We have a new library fund here at Virtua, and there was money in there. And I was very concerned about wanting to showcase the authors and the work that we have done. We are now in a Rowan Virtua relationship, and we are excited about highlighting that new relationship as well. Paul demoed the repository for me. He said we could make it its own web page, and I said, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. He's probably showed me 6 times already about how I could add things. I am very fortunate to have a library intern who's a library school student. She's a whippersnapper, and she and Paul worked on my repository the other afternoon. And we are very excited and looking forward to showing it off at Virtua Nurse Day in September. It has about 300 works in it so far, authors, authored articles. We're hoping to put posters. We're hoping to put all kinds of things in the repository so that we can showcase the work that goes on around here.
Great. No, that's great. And I guess finally to wrap it up, I mean, do you have any advice for anyone who's considering to use TDNet Discover or any of our other services?
Yeah, several people have reached out to me and said, are you happy? Has it been working? And the answer is yes. I think the customer service is really the key, and the price. The price is reasonable. The features are there. You can make it what you want it to be, and it happens, and it happens quickly. And I think we're always in a hurry to be sure that we get the best service for our customers, and TDNet has been a great partner for me in doing that.
Great, great. And Helen, how would your colleagues get in touch with you if they have any other questions? What would be the best way they get in touch with you?
Sure. Epstein@virtua.org. Drop me a note. We can chat about it. I will be honest and forthright about my comments.
Okay, great, great. So now I guess what we can do is we can just leave this open for any questions. I'm sure you can send in questions from the chat if you have any. If not, um, Keith, maybe we can just open up the microphone for anyone who wants to ask a question verbally, and we can just go from there. And there's my contact information if you need it.
Somebody asked about uploading in a bunch.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I gave Paul our Excel spreadsheet. He used the PMID numbers, and like magic, they were there.
Yeah, I would just add that we are also releasing now the ability to batch upload from the admin panel as well, even without needing to contact account manager or support.
Okay. So if there aren't any more questions, we can just wait another CC over here. Okay. Oh, Keith, you're on mute.
So I just said I enabled folks' microphones in case they need them. My apologies. Oh, we got a couple of questions in the chat right here, though, which is good.
Yeah, there is a question about will the TDNet repository integrate with Ovid Discovery Search? Yeah, that's absolutely the case. If you are an Ovid Discovery customer, I encourage you to contact your Ovid rep, and they can provide you also the repository service. It integrated exactly in the same way as it works with TDNet Discover. There is no changes.
All right. If there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat, or and if not, we can probably wrap things up and thank folks for their time. It's certainly been an insightful afternoon. I certainly appreciate Helen-Ann in particular, our colleagues and friends at TDNet. Certainly was informative, and we would make this available. A recording will be provided out to folks as well. If there's any questions that are coming after that you prefer not to put in the chat, I'd feel free to reach out to any of the folks from Prenax, any of the folks from TDNet. We're happy to help out in any capacity, and we certainly appreciate. I know everyone's got a lot going on, even though it's August, so we certainly appreciate everyone's time.
Yeah, I would just add, Kate, that we are planning next month to do another webinar with another customer showcasing TDNet DataSphere. We will give more details about it, and you will be welcomed on this event as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All right.
everybody. We
Thank you.
appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks everyone
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.